Hughes is an entrepreneurship evangelist who is holding a citywide essay contest to push students to consider the profession. Here today with more is Howard Hughes III, I should mention as well. Thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate you guys having me.
There's so much to talk about with you. I mean, we've got a book that I want to get into. We have your business, your for-profit business. You also have a foundation. Yeah. You're here to talk about this essay contest, but I feel that before we even get into why you're doing this, you have a really interesting story and a background that's kind of led you to where you are today. And maybe could we start things off with that?
Sure. Yeah, so I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan, the north side of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Poverty-stricken environment, came from a broken home. In this area, there's not a lot of resources available to people that we knew about, at least. So making those resources accessible was always a priority to me. I just didn't know what was available to us, to be able to achieve more. And that's where the drive came from, is just always wanting us in that area to be able to have more opportunities. Mm-hmm. Very similar to areas in St. Louis. Not that resources aren't available, like shelters and things of that nature, but making them more apparent, make them more available to the people in that community who need that assistance. Mm-hmm. So growing up there, I was a troubled youth. I was getting suspended in school. I got 13 on my ACT. And a lot of people told me that great possibilities weren't possible. Mm-hmm. So the whole concept of it being possible, has been my motto a little bit. And I went off to college. I never left Michigan at all, ever. And I jumped on a Greyhound and went to Lincoln University, Missouri. Just created an opportunity, and school went great. Mm-hmm. Got like a 3.7 my first semester and started playing football, and then started, creating opportunities, playing offense in life. And that's when things kind of got started for me. Mm-hmm. I started my company about entrepreneurship, and then it kind of grew from there. I worked with other companies to develop skills and bring them back to my own company, because experience is the best university. Mm-hmm. And kind of built on from there. And
then that leads you here, which is that feeling, I hear this a lot, that you reach this peak of sort of success and you feel automatically that you have to give back because you know what that feeling was like, mm-hmm. not to have something. And that kind of leads us to the essay contest. Yes. So your whole thing is really trying to get kids into entrepreneurship, right?
That's my thing. Okay. I want to push entrepreneurship extremely hard. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want the youth to be able to know that they can create tables and allow other people to come up and have a seat. Mm-hmm. So instead of just, wanting to be a great employee, and if that's your dreams, then go ahead and do that. But I also want to show you other opportunities that are available to create a table, allow people to come sit at it, and then be in control of your destiny, working with a company. I'm sure people work for companies, and next thing you know, they're on their own and they're fired, and the whole family has to take a completely different direction.
So when we get to the essay contest, tell me about, this is what the period of submitting the essays has already happened. So what's coming up this Saturday is the finalists, is that correct? Or the announcement of the winner?
Yes. So this Saturday, we're having the presentation. It's actually going to be at the 801 building, downtown St. Louis. Sponsored by St. Louis Public Schools, so that's fantastic. They partner with me on the event, and they're going to present in front of judges, and we're going to give prizes to $1,000 to the winners. Copy of my book and a certification for participation of the essay contest.
Okay, so of all the submissions, you kind of narrowed it down to, what, 10?
Narrowed it down to 10. So out of the 10, we're going to pick 3 winners. Okay,
and so what was the kind of criteria? Are you just looking for, is it the ideas, or is it the feasibility of like an 8th grader saying, hey, this is, it's like a reality TV show saying this is a business? I mean, what was it that you were really looking for?
So I was pretty critical on the kids, I'm going to be honest with you, because I want them to think, okay, throughout the summer. But they were able to get assistance from their teachers if needed. But within this, the judging rules was 1,000 words. They had to be able to, at minimum 1,000 words, they had to be able to talk about creativity. I want them to know how to present, and I want them to know how to work with people outside of school in the summertime.
Okay, I want to get into more of that, but we've got to take a quick break. So right there on the screen, this is the information for the presentation of the finalists that's taking place this Saturday from 3 to 5 at 801, which is in downtown St. Louis on North 11th Street. For more information, visit howardhughesconsults.com. That's your business website, but it's got the information for this Saturday's event. But don't go anywhere. We're going to get into this topic of youth and encouraging them to get into entrepreneurship. We have more with Howard Hughes right after this break. Stay with us.